So the purpose of making today's video is that there are so many misconceptions around what hypnosis looks and feels like, and that also a lot of people aren't aware that they are chronically walking around under hypnosis, meaning that they are walking around highly suggestible to the environment that they are around. And in most cases, that is not a good thing. So by the end of this video, you'll be clear on what it looks and feels like to be under a hypnotic state and how to tell if somebody else is in a hypnotic state. Let's go. Gang, so let's start off with what it looks like. Now, if you see, whether this be yourself, you can apply this to either yourself or if you see anybody, right? And so what it looks like to be under hypnosis is they typically have, if their eyes aren't shut, they have glossy looking eyes, almost as if they're like stoned. Like they have glossy, reddish, glazed eyes. They don't have to be like bloodshot or anything like that, but you can tell they have a glaze over their eyes. They're slower moving and they're more calm. And so that's what it looks like whenever someone is under a hypnotic state or they're operating under chronic hypnosis. Next, we're going to discuss what it feels like. So a lot of people fear that when they are under hypnosis, they are in this trance-like state, totally unaware, etc., right? And I cannot say that is the furthest thing from the truth. When you are under hypnosis, you are very relaxed, but you're actually the opposite of unconscious. You are hyper focused on what it is that you are putting your attention to. So if you are under hypnotic state watching the TV, you are totally consumed, like you're very relaxed, but you're hyper focused on what it is that you're watching. Like you're in the movie. That's why like when the bad dude gets his head cut off, you're like, ah, you know, because you're hyper focused. And for example, like whenever we're doing a hypnotherapy session, you are hyper focused on whatever is going on. So you're hearing sounds in the room that you may have not heard whenever you were not under hypnosis, right? Another example of this is when we're driving. So we could be under hypnosis when we're driving, and even though we're operating this machinery and, you know, we feel relaxed, our hyper focus is on whatever we're daydreaming or thinking about. That's why we're not aware that, holy crap, like we've been driving for X amount of miles and we didn't even know. So you're very relaxed, but you're the opposite of unconscious. You are hyper focused. So that is what it feels like. And I will make a quick note of this. It's not that you're very analytical, you're just observant. You're very observing. Last but not least, we're gonna move into what it feels like physically. So you already know what it feels like mentally, emotionally, right? Like you're relaxed, but like you're in a relaxed, calm state, but you're very hyper-focused. So like that's where your attention, that's where your emotions, that's like kind of the same point of that. But physiologically, you'll be breathing slower, you'll have slower movements, and vice versa if you're watching someone, right? So if you're watching someone, you're not sure if they're in a hypnotic state. You can usually catch this a lot when people are like in a lecture or you're observing them watching TV or something. You can see that their breathing slows down, they tend to swallow more, their movements are slower, they're not fidgeting, they're not having sharp, rigid movements, and it's because they're operating in a theta brainwave frequency whenever they're under a hypnotic state. Therefore, everything's going to be slower, more calm, more relaxed. So these are the three different types of ways you can tell someone is under hypnosis, or if you're under hypnosis, by what it looks like and what it feels like, both mentally, emotionally, and physically. I would love to hear in the comments any questions that you have about hypnosis, any other videos you would like for me to make. And in the meantime, I will link 2 videos right here that correlate to this that I think you will get a ton of value on. As always, my friends, dream big, live large, and be live. Bye.